Tomes and tea.
Okay, hi guys. So
Hi.
this is our third episode of Tomes and Tea.
Fourth, fifth,
Fourth.
16th.
Yeah, it is an episode.
Yep.
Today we're back to the original mugs. So we have.
No, this is a different one.
Oh,
this
it's
isn't,
true. That's a
this isn't-
different one.
This hurts to touch. So I'm not
I have
Yeah.
the best mom ever mug, and
I have whatever
that's
mug
my camera.
I
I keep
have.
looking at yours.
Stop looking at my camera, bro.
And that I took because she doesn't like that it gets hot when the tea's hot. And we have Irish breakfast tea.
What does it taste like? Irish breakfast? What is an Irish breakfast?
That's a good question.
It just smells sweet.
Not like wet,
Not
dirty
like-
children.
No, can confirm. This one does not smell like wet, dirty children.
Okay. So today on our episode, we will be discussing the Shatter Me series. And so yep. Yep. Okay,
Did you read a summary before this? I didn't. I read
well,
this in
I
8th
reread
grade. Beginning of 8th grade.
I reread the books beginning of this school year.
I saw. And when you read
Took me a month.
yeah, she's a quick reader like that.
I read Ignite Me because Ignite Me is one of my favorite books. I read Ignite Me in one sitting. It was like 3.5 hours, 450 pages.
Am I the only one who pictures like I know like they have like their
Covers?
like his office space, you know what I'm laughing about? Like I pictured as a very like long room
Really?
with like dormitories. Like
Terms. Wait. What do you mean by office space? Like, do you mean the one connected to his bedroom?
is it connected to his bedroom?
Yeah, because he would always lock himself in there when Juliet.
I never
Juliet would sleep in the bed, and then he would lock himself in the office. And he had
Why
like
would
a
he lock
couch in
himself
there.
in the office?
Because she didn't love him, and he was upsetty spaghetti about it.
He was a little upsetty spaghetti that his love wasn't requited.
Unrequited love. Roll up to Sorry.
You don't make fun of stutters like that, bro. I think this is considered bullying. I'm gonna report you to Safe to
You
Help.
stuttered for like a minute straight. Unrequited love. Yes.
Unrequited. Unrequited.
I believe in you.
She shot me!
Okay, I'm gonna be real
I
with
love
you.
that scene.
I hated Kenji in the first book.
I see him in a grocery store during that scene for some really odd reason.
They don't have grocery stores.
What? Yes, they do.
Well, like they do, but like they're not like it's not like you're going to Jewel
I see him in like an abandoned like jewel and
because
like,
they have like
she shot me.
their ration cards. Yeah,
Oh.
one thing I didn't like Kenji in the first book, which Kenji is one of my all-time favorite book characters, and he's my favorite character from the Shatter Me series.
You know who's my favorite character?
Who?
Rydok.
Rydok is pretty funny.
Rydok's my spirit animal. And I hate sewing. You don't get it because you haven't read it yet.
Nope.
You should really get on that.
Yep. Anyways,
Shatter Me.
Kenji is
David?
so funny. And
Is he though? I really don't think he was. I don't remember. Like I understand like he was a comedic character, but like I don't. You look like a Sephora tween, and I just took like the last.
where's
Right.
my drunk elephant bronzing drops?
You look like I just took your last the last bronzing drops on the
mic
shelf.
on my shoulder.
Well, I didn't hear it too bad in my headphones, so you're good.
Okay, so Kenji was hilarious, and I was cackling at everything he did the entire series.
I calculate everything Rydok does.
My favorite is there are so many quotes from Kenji that I just love. Like I like when. Okay, so I'm gonna explain the situation. Yeah, that's probably it. Oh my god, that's so funny. If anyone doesn't know what's happening, like we have
No context.
no context. Anyways, our quick summary of Shatter Me series. Our quick summary of Shatter Me series. Juliet is an insane person who gets.
I am not insane. I am not insane. I am not insane.
So
I
she
am
gets
not
put in
insane.
this-
I am not insane.
There's 11 books. This is gonna be interesting.
There's
So-
11? I thought, oh, there's like
Well,
11.
6 novellas.
Yeah.
Okay, there's 5 novellas, 6
I was going
main
to say
books.
there's 6 main books. Anyways.
So, anyways, yeah, the math.
They all
wasn't
have
awesome.
eyes on them. Like,
Yeah.
very pretty eyelashes.
Mm-hmm. So basically, in the first book is when Juliet is in the insane asylum, and then this guy Adam gets put in. Yep. And then in the special, I have a special edition of Shatter Me, and in the like when you open it, it just says I'm not insane. I keep hitting the mic, and it just says, "What are you looking at?"
I can't judge because I have a special edition of Unexplained.
I have a special edition, and it just says "I'm not insane" crossed out on in the thing of the book. So basically, she's in an insane asylum because she has powers which you later find out are like it's just like pure power, but she can like break stuff
She's
and
so
just like
OP.
telekinetic. And then like she has these like shields where her body automatically like if you touch her skin, it can kill you if you like hold on for too long. But she can turn that off.
No, she can't.
Yeah, she can.
But
In the later books, she learns
Okay.
how to turn it off.
I don't like how you're holding the mug.
You're right. I don't know why I was holding you like that.
She didn't make it any better. I didn't know she could do that. I haven't read these books since early 8th grade.
And then in the second book, she's at Omega Point, which is like the rebellion because it's a dystopian
Wasn't it like
world.
underground?
They were underground. And then Aaron Warner,
My Pookie.
my bae.
She shot me.
Yeah,
I
she
can't
shoots.
see it in like an Aaron Warner voice, like that. She shot. No.
Well, Aaron Warner is
shot
British.
me.
That being British is the only excuse you can have for saying the word love. Like, could you imagine an American person being like, "Hey, love," like that's weird. He's British. He will always actually.
Oh, I thought you
He's-
meant like canonically British.
No, it's just when I hear him in my head, he's British because he's like
Shocked me.
pristine and he just gives British. As we're drinking tea. So, but
He, to me, in my head, he gives like he gives Irish.
he does have green eyes.
Pretty Irish.
We got off topic from our summary.
Summaries are great.
So anyways, and then in the second book, they're in like the Omega Point, and then they go to war at like the end of the second book. And then in the third book,
Andrew
Juliet gets split off from the rest of the group. And then she's with Aaron, and then she finds the group
Oh,
again,
yeah.
even though she thought they were
Who's
dead.
the invisible one? Isn't that
Kenji.
the Navar? Oh.
Well, Kenji and Nazira are both invisible.
Nuh-uh.
Nazira can fly and can turn invisible. And Kenji is also has
OP.
the invisibility. Nazira is amazing. So then in the third book, they like recruit like the rest of the group back to now they're at Sector 45 again. Because that's where Aaron Warner is, and they're all in his thing. That's with the workout room where they're staying in the workout room.
Oh, yeah. That's where his office is.
His office is connected to his bedroom. That's when, and then they like fight Anderson at the end of that book.
I know what you blabbing about.
So, I was blabbing about something before we did the summary.
How Aaron Warner is British, but he's really Irish because he's British. I
That
don't
was
want to hear
before
you
the summary.
slur. I don't want you.
Um,
My brain.
so, one of my favorite scenes, okay, I love Aaron and Juliet.
They're just a bunch of cuties.
Because in the later books, you also find out that they have known each other since birth. And that they kept
but
getting
they
their
don't
thing.
remember it.
Yeah, they keep getting their memories wiped. No, they remember all their memories at some point during the end. During Well, actually, during half of Imagine Me,
I
she doesn't
tweaked out
remember anything.
when Aaron Warner.
You're stuttering a lot today.
I tweaked out when Aaron Warner touched her.
Oh my God! In
And
the
then
first
died?
book, yeah,
That was in the first book?
yeah, because
Oh, yeah,
remember,
he was a villain. That's why I tweaked
uh-huh,
out.
yeah,
Mhm.
okay, because I remember she's trying to. Her and Adam are gonna like jump out the window.
Yeah.
And then
he grazed
he
her
like
leg.
he grabbed her ankle, like he went to try to, and he grabbed her ankle, and she's just like, it. I love how it's worded in the book too, and if you hear it in the audiobook, it's worded so well. It's like, I hope that
He doesn't realize.
he said something. I hope he doesn't realize he just touched my leg, and then it's like ... and nothing happened. And like that's how they showed it.
I love that scene. Bro, the canon event of all my friends like who had read the book and got me to read the book, were like English is hard.
Mhm.
Or like, oh, like I just know that well, one of my friends never actually read the book. They just knew that Adam wasn't good and
Yeah.
Aaron was.
That's what I knew, and then I was like, why no?
Yeah, I was like, I love
Canon
Adam. What are
event.
we doing? And then he turned into
You know what's one of my favorite scenes is when you learn that Adam and
Aaron, our
and
brothers.
are brothers, but then in Unravel Me, and she's like kissing.
I feel like we skipped the part where she had a sister in our very lovely summary.
We didn't do any of the last half of the books. I explained.
She
the
has a
first three.
sister,
She does have a sister,
but like the
Emily.
sister dies. Oh my God! I was gonna say I also tweaked out later on in the book where she like where Anderson like
Oh, and she's like
where
she gets
she,
her
like-
memorized.
yeah
She gets her memories wiped again, and then she's like
I also
Anderson's like
tweaked out when she shaved.
Anderson. Why
Okay.
does every fantasy girl shave their head?
For funsies, bro. Actually, Violet Soaringale's never shaved her head.
Not yet. We still have 2 more books. They're probably gonna make her shave. Peyton Gray cut her hair.
That pissed me off.
Yeah, she cut her
I
hair.
can't wait till April.
There's so many. And but back to
What we're
Anderson.
talking about?
and Anderson's like telling her that she's like a super soldier or whatever when he's making her into a weapon.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And he like convinces her that she has to tell him everything she's thinking, and she's like looking at him. He's like, "Why are you looking at me like that?"
And
she just goes,
crawl. It's because
You're-
she's in love with his son.
Well, apparently the genes in that family just make extremely handsome men. And then she's like, "You're very handsome, sir." And he's like, "Ew, you're like," ugh. He like gets upset about it, and it's really funny because then he goes blabbing about it to Max, and he's like, "Fix her. She thinks I'm handsome," and he's like, "This is a child," and Max is like 3 months till she's 18, and he was like, "No." And Anderson's like freaking out like a little boy, and that's my favorite thing in the world.
I mean, listen, she fell in love with 2 out of 3 of his sons. And only because the other one was a little boy.
Yeah, well, the other one's kind of 11. So
Isn't there like one where like he's grown up and it's like them like
that's the one that's coming out this April, so sometime this spring.
I wonder if she'll fall in love with him as like a Grammy.
My favorite is people, but she's not gonna be a Grammy. She's gonna be like 30 at most.
No, she was in that asylum for like 18 years.
So that's a tale of 2 cities.
So that's actually not the same book.
So she was in the asylum for like, I think 2.5. It was
Dr. Manette was in
200.
the asylum for 10 years. Didn't you read the chapter we were supposed to read?
No, okay, hold on. We're
You
not
see this
talking about Tale of 2 Cities.
Mocked me.
We're talking about Shatter Me. She was in it for like 200, I think, like 70-something days before Adam came in. And they got out of the asylum like a few days after.
270 something days is not even a year.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No, she was in there for most of her life.
No, she didn't even...
When she was like a toddler, she got abducted. And like shoved in the asylum.
No.
Yeah, because she like talks about how like she killed somebody in her childhood and then
No,
like,
she killed someone when she was 14. That's when she went into all the testing.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, correct.
And I read the books in August.
I don't know, bro.
She was 14 when she killed the little boy, and then she was doing testing and like other stuff and like a lot of like very inhumane things, but she wasn't in the asylum until she was like I think 16 going into 17.
I think you're wrong.
Okay. Not, but okay. And then
Isn't
you just giving up now? I believe in you, girly. Well. Anyways. It is 17. Which means on your lovely stuttering end, we are going to have to wrap this
Oh
up.
wow. I'm very happy with that end.
You're stuttering.
Sometimes I want to be.
Requited.
Sometimes I want to
gotta
be
end this episode.
Grinch. Dude, I want to be the Grinch. I want to be Grouch, the one who lives in a trash can.
Well, on that
And the
note,
cocky monster.
what?
And the cookie monster.
Okay. Okay. On that note, bye guys.
Tomes and tea.